Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Matt with Walking the Financial Highline. I am with Highline Financial Coaching. And today I'm excited to talk about a major purchase that most of us purchase multiple times during our lives. Especially, I live in a more rural area, and so we have multiple vehicles, multiple cars, SUVs, trucks. We have those to be able to get around. If you live in a major city, it's a lot easier to use transit, taxis. Where I live, even Uber is difficult to get one of those where I'm at. But today we want to talk about buying versus leasing, buying new versus buying used. So I get these questions a lot with the people that I coach. What are the benefits, pros and cons? And so what we're going to do is go through the different circumstances that you could be going through, because this has changed multiple times in my life. I've bought new, I've bought used, I've leased, I've purchased. And so when we look at buying a car, some of the benefits of buying a car outright instead of leasing are: you own it outright once it's paid off. Also, you can drive it as much as you want. Most of the time where I live, we put a ton of miles on our car. I average about 25,000 a year. And most leasing options don't give you the option of doing that. They might be 10,000, 15, or you can even purchase up to 20,000. So, when you buy it, you don't have to worry about how many miles you put on it. So if you're working in your car, you utilize it a lot, that's a good option for you. Also, you can sell or trade it whenever you want. You don't have to jump through any of the hoops or see what the residual income or the residual balance is on it. Also, the maintenance costs are you. Once the warranty expires, you've got to pay all of those maintenance costs on a vehicle. But then if you buy and it's a new vehicle, a lot of them have warranties that last a decent amount of time. So now leasing a car. Leasing is like renting. Well, it's similar to renting for the duration of the lease. It could be 2, 3, 4 years. Typically, you have a lower monthly payment because you're not accumulating any assets with it. You're just renting it. Also, the benefit of leasing is if you like new cars every couple of years, this is a good way to keep that payment lower and always have a new vehicle. So most lease agreements last about 3 years, and then you can trade it in and do something different with it. There are, like we said before, mileage limits. So you may face those penalties. And at the end of the lease, you either have to buy it out or you take it back in. And I can tell you, my latest car, I ended up leasing it because it actually was the best financing option available. It was like 0.75% interest. And at the end of my 3-year lease, I ended up purchasing the car. And it was the benefit of that was I got to drive it for 3 years. I knew how well it handled. I knew what condition it was in, and I bought it outright. So it was a good option for us at the time, but it may not be a good option for everybody. So now the benefits of buying a new car versus buying a used car. So with a new car, the new car comes with a huge manufacturer's warranty. Now that depends on what type of car you have. Some of them will do 100,000 miles, some will do a couple years. And with the cars now, most of them there's so many electronics in it, so much technology that sometimes that may be the option you want to go with. They are generally more reliable and have the latest safety features. A lot of times they protect you better, have more airbags, they have better technology, better traction control, whatever that is. You can also customize a new car. You can order it. You can pick your seat colors. You can pick sunroof, no sunroof, tires, rims, color. And if you're very particular about your vehicle, that may be the route to go. Also, new cars come equipped with some of the best fuel efficiency. So now with electric cars, gas cars, hybrids, even the gas vehicles now are getting such a good gas mileage. They have the better fuel economy. So that's some of those benefits. And now the benefits of buying a used car. Now, you'll hear a lot of people say that a used car loses its value right as you drive off the lot. And I would have believed that, except during COVID, I actually looked, I looked at a car that was exactly like mine, and a used one was actually more than what I paid for mine, because the value of cars jumped during COVID because we couldn't get as many new cars. So we've seen some things in the last couple of years that have changed the values of vehicles, where before, the second you drove off the lot, you'd lose 10, 15, 20% of the value of the car. And there's certain cars that lose their value even quicker. So if you're someone that really likes some of those high-end cars, I had a friend who had a Range Rover, bought it 2 years later, went to trade it in, and it was half the value. And that was just after 2 years. So when he went to trade it back in, he wasn't able to get as much as he had hoped for that. But some vehicles hold their value. So also, when you buy, now some of the benefits of buying a used are you are able to pay a lot less. And depending on how used the vehicle is, the price can go down and down and down. I've seen some incredible looking vehicles that people I know paid next to nothing for the vehicle because it had high mileage. There's some of the vehicles out there that'll last for a long time. And if you're not in the economic or the financial position to buy a new car, you can still get some used vehicles that look really good and look like you've got a very nice vehicle, but they may have high mileage. So you're going to run the risk of having to take it to the shop more often. So just research the vehicle you're looking at and make sure that it has a clean title, unless you're looking for a wreck title. If you buy a wreck title, then you know that it's been in an accident. There may be some future issues down the road, but you're going to save some more money on that. And a lot of times you can get more car for the money. I know with my kids, I've got 2 kids that are driving now, and we sent out a message to our neighborhood and said, hey, does anybody have a vehicle for a teenager? And our neighbor texted us right away and said, hey, we got a vehicle. It's got almost 200,000 miles on it, but it's in great condition. It was a little Lexus 350, little SUV, incredible vehicle, but it's got a lot of mileage. So we've had to put a little bit of money into it, but it's been a great teenage vehicle. I don't want my teenage kids driving new vehicles, because in the school parking lot, it's like a demolition derby of people backing into you. Already somebody backed into him at work and drove away. So, but with an older vehicle, I'm not as concerned about it, and we can put some touch-up paint and make it work. So now making the decision, again, I would look at your personal situation. Where are you at? What do you need? I thought that buying a vehicle is the best option, where when I did my lease, it was far superior to lease my vehicle. And I even drove a lot. I drove 20,000 miles a year on that new vehicle, and I just knew at the end I was going to buy it out. So I bought it out, and when I bought it out, there was $6,000 or $7,000 worth of value in that car when I bought it out. Now, I'm going to give you a precaution here. If you buy out a lease, I'm going to tell you a little trick that the dealership did when I went in to buy my lease. This made me so frustrated. I was infuriated that they would pull this stunt on me. I went into the finance office and they said, hey, Matt, good news. Your payment's going to go down by $20 a month. And I said, wait a minute. My payment's supposed to go down by $120 a month with me buying it out. And I said, let me see the paperwork. They added on a $4,000 warranty without telling me. They also added on $2,000 of gap insurance. Gap insurance is the insurance that covers the difference of your vehicle if you get in an accident, and the insurance only pays this much, and this is the worth of the car. Well, my car was $6,000 in the positive. There was absolutely no reason for gap insurance. So when you go in to buy it out, Before you sign any documents, make sure that they haven't added any of the dealership items onto it, unless you want them. If you want the warranty, add the $4,000, put the warranty on. But if you're not, this was a new vehicle and it was a Toyota, and I knew that it didn't have any issues. I didn't want to add $4,000 of warranty to this vehicle. So just remember, when you're buying cars, make sure you look at the fine print, because there are a lot of tricks that they do at the dealerships to get you to sign something. And especially after COVID, it's been a lot harder for dealerships to have the vehicles on hand. So they're doing everything they can to make money. And a lot of times those warranties aren't worth the paper that they're signed on. But sometimes they are. We bought a Suburban a couple of years ago, and it had about $8,000 worth of work done on the engine, and I paid $3,000 for the warranty. That was the only time I have ever bought a warranty when it worked really well. So, but again, vehicles are an expensive purchase, and you want to make sure you do the what's best for you and your family. Now, buying, leasing, new, used, most financial gurus will tell you to buy used, but some of those things have changed recently with COVID. Used vehicles were more expensive than new ones, but you had to wait a year to get a new one. So again, it's when we coach people, we look at all these different options to see what the best position is. The good thing about vehicles as well is the interest rate is a lot lower, can be a lot lower on a car loan if you have good credit. So work on your credit score, get in a position. If you'd like some more tips and tricks, contact us at Highline Financial Coaching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. You'll see these videos every week. And I hope everybody has a great week and has a good summer. So this is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Thank you.